Hey guys, it's your favorite garage gym girly, and today I'm reviewing a very special bench. This bench is very comparable to the Rep Nighthawk. The more I messed around with it and the more that I had the Nighthawk and this side by side, the more I realized how similar they both were. Let me introduce you to the Keppi 6000. This is a bench with tons of features, so if the Rep Nighthawk is a little bit out of your price range, you might want to look at this one. Let's keep things interesting right out of the gate. What the heck are these things? This is going to come with your Keppi 6000. This has a little keyhole design here on the side of your bench, so you can insert these. They just slide in and down. It takes a second to kind of get used to it, to be honest. But once you get it locked in, it's not going anywhere. So these pads on the side are going to allow you to do some pretty nasty curls. And don't you worry if you don't have cables, you can do this with dumbbells as well. It almost hurts worse, or I'm already sore from the cables. You can also flip these around and do stuff like a spider curl / preacher curl variation, and this feels pretty good as well. So many ways to train your biceps. Now, we absolutely love when a company thinks about the storage of the attachments that come with the dang thing, and Keppi thought about that. These store right here, and you can even store the bench vertically and move it around without them flopping out. So you can still roll it around, still store it upright, and those just stay put. I said in the beginning of the video that the Keppi 6000 bench was giving Nighthawk energy, so I wanted to go over some things that are similar and some things that are completely different about these two. So first we'll start with the handles. We'll start from top to bottom. The handles are both knurled, and they actually weigh, when you pick them up from the ground, very similar. I weighed it with my crane scale. The Nighthawk is coming in at about 38 pounds when you pick it up, and the Keppi bench is coming in at 34, 35 pounds when you pick it up. So I don't think it truly matters. The wheels are almost identical in the front of the frame, and so they both roll very nicely. The Rep bench is just rolls a little bit smoother, and I think it's because once you actually pick it up, it's a little bit heavier in the front, and so you just feel the stability of that while you're rolling it. The other similarities between these two benches is the Keppi and the Nighthawk both sit about 17 inches off the floor. They are almost identical in height, so they feel about the same laying on them. I would say the Nighthawk has a little bit grippier of vinyl, a little bit softer of vinyl. The Keppi vinyl does feel a little bit cheap, but it's sewn nicely, if that makes sense. They tried to make this look a little bit nicer than maybe it actually is. That being said, that is compared to the Nighthawk. This is one of the nicer budget benches I have ever had, so don't let that statement get in your head too much. Other way they're similar, you can see when they're stored vertically upright, they're almost the same height. You're going to get similar measurements from the both of them. I'm going to do one last comparison, and then I just want to focus on the Keppi Bench 6000. The Keppi Bench 6000 has 11 different adjustment points for that backrest, and then for the seat pad / butt pad, you're going to have 8 different adjustment points. So sky's the limit with adjustability on the Keppi 6000. For the Rep Nighthawk, it has 4 adjustment points for the butt pad, and then it has 7 adjustments for the backrest. I know I told you guys that I would stop with the comparisons, but I think this is important and you guys are going to want to know this. If this Keppi 6000 bench has the same size port as maybe the Rep Nighthawk or similar benches, so you guys can put different companies, leg developers, or leg roller attachments into this port. When I measured the port, I got 1 inch and 11/16. But I am just a girl, so I did take a picture for you guys to verify so that you guys could see what the measurements are and also what this looks like, what this leg roller looks like next to Rep's. I did break the plastic insert in this bench trying to fit Rep's leg roller into the port. So I kind of had an idea as I was tinkering with that. I think if you take out that plastic insert, I think you're going to be able to fit just about any company's leg developer in there. There might be some slop, some play in there. But with that plastic insert taken out, that gives you a little bit more room. And I think the Rep roller or the Rep leg developer that's coming out hopefully soon would fit into that port. Hopefully as time goes on, more reviewers can answer that question a little better for you. Hopefully those pictures help. Hey guys, I just stopped in the middle of my leg workout to make sure that I included this in the review. I wanted to let you guys know that this leg roller doesn't just attach into the port by itself. It's kind of weird. You have to insert this piece first into the port over here. And then once you insert that piece, then you can insert the leg roller. So that kind of tells me that they might have some future attachments that go into here, like maybe a preacher curl attachment of some sort, and that's why they decided to have this piece that goes into the port first. So keep that in mind. It looks like Keppi is trying to innovate, or maybe this can fit other companies' attachments. And then also something I wanted to let you guys know is when I was adjusting this, I had this piece all the way down, which you can't adjust this piece all the way down unless this is up. Then you can adjust this all the way down. Similarly, if you go to put this down, it gets stuck. So basically, when you're adjusting it, you have to pick one or the other. You can either have this angled like that, but if you're gonna put this backrest back down, you have to make sure that the butt seat is at 0 degrees for it to be able to lay all the way down. So keep that in mind. I found that out while I was messing around with it. I have actually really loved this bench. It is an awesome bench for the price, in my opinion. So here's some things that I really like about it. It's very stable. I actually love the leg roller that it has a handle. I don't know why more leg rollers don't have a handle. It really assists you getting in and out. And if you're doing a decline sit up, you're not going to be able to get into it without this handle, depending on how crazy of a decline sit up you're doing. If you look closely, there's a tiny bit of play as I'm doing the sit up, and that's just the way that the pop pin seats in those holes. Obviously, you're not going to get something like that with a ladder style, but it really doesn't bother me. It doesn't feel terrible in the movement itself. Let's talk about the specs that matter. The Keppi 6000 bench weighs 92 pounds and has a 1,500 pound weight capacity. It has 2.57 inches of dense foam padding, and your backrest is going to be 11.8 inches wide, which in my opinion is ideal for most movements. The bench gap between the pads is only 1.5 inches, and I haven't noticed it getting in the way of my lifts or feeling uncomfortable. This bench, when stored upright, is 59 inches tall, which works for most users. This bench has a 4.8 star review, but keep in mind that's based on just 10 reviews. I'd give this bench a 4.7 based on the Rep Nighthawk being a 5-star for me. And so far, I only have one negative thing to say about this bench. Since I've been sitting on the end of it for lat pull downs, I've noticed the foam already starting to warp a bit. I don't see it getting progressively worse, but it's something I've noticed. I may have not noticed if I wasn't constantly having it sit next to the Nighthawk, but it definitely is something worth pointing out. To summarize, do I think the Keppi 6000 is worth the price point? Absolutely, I do. If you're going to ask the impossible question of, should I spend $100 extra to get the Rep Nighthawk? That is such a hard decision. Technically, right now, Rep is not out with their leg developer, so technically that makes Keppi a little bit more versatile, and it's definitely more adjustable. Because it has 11 points of adjustability on the backrest, whereas Rep only has 7, if you're someone who appreciates having more adjustability, then you might want to go with the Keppi. Also, if you love training arms and you are a bicep bro, then you might enjoy these arm pads. Some people might think they're a little gimmicky, but I've actually had a lot of fun with them. Rep is always going to feel a little bit more robust and a little bit nicer. It is not a budget company, in my opinion, so it's going to feel a little bit nicer. That being said, if you're someone who doesn't care about a little bit cosmetic things here and there, and you just really care that the bench does the job, then the Keppi 6000 is going to be for you 100%. As of right now, I do not have an affiliate link with Keppi, but I'm going to see if my friends at Paired and Powered Up have one, and you guys can use their affiliate link, or if Keppi will email me back, I will get my affiliate link. But for now, I just really have enjoyed the bench, and so if you guys are looking to purchase that, I will have some type of link in the description below. Remember, I am a human being. I'm not perfect. I might have missed some things in this review, so if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. It has come to my attention that like 80% of you are not subscribed to my channel. So if you could please subscribe to my channel, it'll allow me to keep reviewing cool stuff like this and give you guys recommendations for your home gym. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for supporting. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out.